Do you hate having a stiff or notchy clutch feel? In this tech lesson, I'll be showing you how to lube your clutch cable and lever, as well as your front brake pivot as well. To start off, we'll need some basic tools: a cable lubing tool, grease, a grease brush, cable lube, and shop towels. So we're going to start with the clutch lever. If you have a boot over the clutch lever, we'll need to pull that off. And then you can pull the nut off the bottom side, and then the pivot bolt will need to come out. Once the bolt's out, you can pull the lever out of the perch, and then on the adjuster line up the slots and you can pull the cable off the lever, and then pull the cable out from underneath the number plate. So down where the cable attaches to the engine, we'll need to take it off the arm and then pull the boot off the end of the cable. So now we're ready to install the cable lubing tool. So to slide it over the cable, the end of the cable, and then line up the hole where you're going to be squirting the lube through with the end of the housing of the cable. The pinch screw will just need to be tightened snug. If it's too tight, then lube won't be able to pass through and get into the cable. So then to start squirting lube through the top hole, and you might want to use a towel with this because it's pretty messy. It helps to move the cable around in the housing. This allows lube to get all the way to the bottom of the cable. So just keep squirting lube through the cable until you see lube coming out the end of the cable where it attaches to the motor. Once the cable is lubed and it operates smoothly, you can put the boot back on the end of the cable and reattach it to the arm. So for the clutch lever and the pivot bolt, you want to wipe all the old grease and dirt off of that. And also the perch where the lever goes in, wipe all the dirt and grease out of that also. So just use a grease brush and apply a light film to both the lever, the perch, and the bolt. So now we can reinstall the clutch lever. So hook the lever up to the cable, put the cable through the adjuster, then slide the lever into the housing and put the pivot bolt in, and tighten that snug, and same with the bottom nut as well. You don't want to be too tight with those or else the clutch action won't be very smooth. And then we can go ahead and reinstall the boot over the clutch lever. So for setting the clutch lever free play, you'll want to turn the adjuster until you have about 10 millimeters of free play in the lever. So once that's all set, make sure the clutch lever operates smoothly, and then we're done with this side. We can move on to the front brake. The first thing we'll need to do is pull the boot off, and then the nut off the bottom and the pivot bolt. Then we can pull the lever out of the master cylinder and make sure the spring and the plunger come out also. Make sure not to lose those. And then wipe all the old grease and dirt off of the master cylinder. The next step is to wipe all the old grease and dirt off the brake lever, the pivot bolt, the plunger, and the spring. After those are all clean, then we're going to re-grease them using the grease brush. Now we're going to apply some grease to the master cylinder where the brake lever sits. Now we're going to install the plunger back into the master cylinder housing. The brake lever can then be installed with the spring. So just push it in until the holes line up and push the pivot bolt through. And then just tighten down the pivot bolt and install the nut on the bottom side. The final step is to then install the boot over the brake lever. And then we're all done. Hopefully your levers operate smoothly now. Hey, thanks for watching this tech lesson. If you want to see all the previous and future tech lessons, you can click the links in the description below. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click this box over here.